Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your March 2019 Astro Alchemy with Rain and Moon. Okay, Gemini. I hope that the sound of this recording isn't totally craptastic. I just turned on my phone and it's doing something really bizarre. It's saying it's downloading something. So they're telling me not to turn it off. So who knows what's going on with that. I usually use my phone to record, so let's just see how this one goes, just using my laptop. So in March, there's a lot of emphasis on your 10th house of career because that's Pisces for you, and the sun is in Pisces for most of March. And we're going to have a Mercury retrograde here. I'll get into all of that as we go along, but the sun certainly is in that 10th house as the month begins, and you are feeling maybe very proud of yourself about what you've accomplished in your career for whatever reason, and you just may be in that kind of a mode. And Mars actually is in the 12th house while all of this is going on. So you have the sun in your 10th house, but you have Mars, which is your ambition, in the house that connects with meditation, past lives. It's a very hidden house. So it's kind of contradictory, to say the least. And you may be feeling like you want to accomplish things, but perhaps it's difficult. On the 1st of March, Venus goes into Aquarius, and this is a friendly angle, a trine to you, both air, and this is your 9th house of long-distance travel, higher education, and this is the God house. Venus in the 9th house can be falling in love with somebody who is of a different nationality. If you are traveling, it could be somebody from the country that you're visiting, and it could be from somebody that has a different cultural makeup than you do. This can also be some sort of gain financially from academic pursuits. Perhaps you have money to be able to go to school if that was something that was of concern. But there is harmony in any issue surrounding academia and also like the religious angle, some kind of smooth sailing. On the 5th, Mercury goes retrograde at 29 degrees of Pisces in your house of career. So for those who are looking for work, don't despair, because maybe you have interview for some kind of a job and haven't heard back. Well, you may hear back. Matter of fact, you might hear back during the Mercury retrograde, or there may be some delay in all of their processing of the paperwork, because Mercury can relate to contracts. And during a Mercury retrograde, with the 10th house being career, and those people that are connected to career, like the higher ups, you may have some reason where you have to wait. And it may be because they need to review something related to their applicants, or something gets fouled up. Who knows? On the 6th, Uranus goes into Taurus for good for the next 7 years. And this is your 12th house. And on the same day, there's a new moon in your career sector in Pisces in the 10th house. So the new moon in Pisces, that could bring more opportunities. Maybe if you have applied somewhere, you'll hear back and they'll say you have the job. With the Uranus influence in the 12th house, for Gemini, this could be some sort of Kundalini awakening. And this, again, may be over the years. Like you may have a gradual increase in your frequency. Your vibration may rise. Or should I say raise? Probably raise. In other words, you're becoming a more spiritually attuned person. And therefore, everything, you become more psychic. The 12th house is Pisces house. And so it deals with all of those kind of, I wouldn't say metaphysical. It's more like, it is metaphysical, but I think of it as, I just say spiritual. I say the 8th house is metaphysical and the 12th house is spiritual. Past lives, karmic, but psychic for sure. And Uranus is psychic. So that can be very interesting in the next almost decade for you, Gemini, because you're an air sign and you tend to be very intellectual and maybe even a little bit, skeptical about people's spiritual experiences. Well, you never know if you'll start to have your own awakening. And if you already feel like you've been having a spiritual awakening, maybe it will deepen. On the 20th, we have the sun going into one of the cardinal signs of Aries. So very pivotal time during our year, during this equinox period. And the full moon is going to be on the same day at 0 degrees of Libra, the first of 2 full moons in your 5th house of romance. So there's going to be also one in April. And for you, this is very interesting because this area, this 5th house, it depends on what else is going on in your life. Gemini, if you are happily married, happily coupled, then perhaps this is going to be more of a creative influence. This may be a very creative period of time for you because the full moon is a time of great creativity and fertility. And the 5th house is the house of creativity. So I could see you conceiving an amazing project and, coming up with a great idea. And for those people who are interested in love, this can be a period of time of discovery of somebody who maybe you kind of like dismissed as a potential love partner, or it never even crossed your mind. And now it's starting to make you think that maybe this person who's just a friend is something more than that. On the 26th, Venus goes into Pisces, and this is that 10th house. So more 10th house good juju. Venus in the 10th house can have people really wanting to help you succeed. The 10th house is the house of success, and Venus lends some kind of positivity, or it's not really positivity. It's kind of harmony. The situation is harmonious, but there is this sense of people wanting you to do well, and Venus giving that sort of charm to you that makes you irresistible to others. But it doesn't have to be in that romantic or physical attractions. It's that special something that you have, and that creates a lot of attraction from others who then want you to do well. Again, this can be money. This could be like a raise. On the 28th, Mercury turns direct in that 10th house of career. So again, if you are looking for a job, believe it or not, this could be a great month for you. As a matter of fact, Gemini, if you actually applied for a particular position and it was somewhere, in the past, like not even in March, and maybe not even in February, maybe it was like way back last year, you may hear from that company and you just completely wrote it off, and they're like, yeah, we want to talk to you. We want to see if you fit in with us. And with the new moon here, that might be good news that comes to you. And maybe in that late period, that's when you get the good news that you've gotten the job. Who knows? But that will kind of straighten things out in that career sector. On the 31st, Mars goes into your sign. So that's really nice. So you've had Mars in the 12th house, where it doesn't do much good because Mars wants to promote things. It wants to move forward. The first house is a great house for Mars to do what it does best, which is like promote you, give you, not only promote you to others and give you that confidence so that you can get ahead, but also it helps you to even be more physically active. And that can help you as well, because you might be even more energetic, magnetic, and all those good things. Okay, that's what I have for you, Gemini, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like a personal reading, please click on the link below. Otherwise, have a great March. Take care.